Alright guys, we're back. Fourth war of season 32. Can we keep the streak alive? Can we keep this deathless streak going? We have 17 more fights this war. Starting off on path 5, we got Magneto. He's not banned this war. We're taking him against Kingpin on Ebb and Flow Knockdown. Kingpin, this fight is definitely a little bit of a slow one because we have Kingpin here. You need to knock him down, but when you knock him down, he becomes debuff immune. And at the same time, I don't really want to be parrying Kingpin. I'd rather just bait his special ones. And again, if you're new to the channel, I run 2 accounts in the same battle group. We take typically path 5, path 9, lots of mini bosses. We're on like a streak of like 15 boss fights in a row, and or even more than that. We've done so many boss fights. I am boosted up a little bit for each fight, and I do have to speed these fights up a little bit because it fit in like 17 minutes, and I try to keep these videos in around the 20 to 25 minute range, so it's not too long, but long enough that you get all the fun war fights. And we got some really nice interactions. I actually got some use out of a new attack tactic that makes some of the most annoying defenders completely obsolete. So let's take a look here. We're going to just finish off this Kingpin fight. Almost down. Again, I'm not really losing any health, but it's just not, it's just hard to take, just be patient on this one. Keep knocking him down with special ones. Bait his specials. Now, he does have Unstoppable, so that he has Unstoppable armor is a new defense tactic, or a defense tactic that was there last season, but I've seen it used a few more times this season. If they have it, then they have a 30% chance every time they proc an armor in order to get an Unstoppable. So that one, every time he got that charge, I kind of waited to see if he got it. He didn't proc any Unstoppables there, so we were okay. Next, we've got Hit Monkey. This is also Ebb and Flow Knockdown with Heavy Hitter. The only, again, Hit Monkey's here because you don't want to knock him down. If you knock him down, you're going to have to deal with his Purify and his Evades. So all I'm doing here is, I did get like a text message or something, so I had to just zoom in there. But I should have put it on Do Not Disturb. But Guillotine, there's the ding there. But the Guillotine, I can just out damage the fight with her her ramp up degen. So I'm really not concerned at all here. The goal is I want to use Guillotine for a fight down the road. I'm always looking like one fight ahead almost with Guillotine. So I just want to finish this one with a special 3 so that I can start the next fight with 100 combo. And if you're not familiar with Guillotine 2099, she ramps up similar to like a Star-Lord or Winter Soldier with the Killmonger synergy. Just per every hit on the combo meter, you're just ramping up the damage. And if you finish with a special 3, when you get to 5% or less, at 5% or less, the special 3 is a guaranteed kill unless the damage is capped. And in which case, if it's only a certain percentage, then you have to get to that percentage in order to get the guaranteed kill. And we'll see that later in the war. We're going to use it to get the guaranteed knockout, and you start the next fight with 100 combo. Once you get to 100 combo, you're flying, you're melting these guys. So even with the protection, it's not a problem. So it takes a little bit of time to ramp it up on this fight. But see, I get to the magic 5% or lower, drop a special 3. Technically, we steal his soul, and we bank the charge for the next time we want to use Guillotine, 2099. All right, next up, we're going to skip over to Path 9, Section 1. We've got Mr. Fantastic, Void, and Kingpin. Mr. Fantastic making his first appearance for me, my 6-star rank 3, Mr. Fantastic, and he's going to come in clutch for a few reasons. All right, but we got Kingpin here against Vision Arcus. Vision Arcus on Hazard Shift is very annoying, but Kingpin, even on his own, without the Hood synergy, can still purify more than enough debuffs to handle Hazard Shift. We got a Dragon Man here, and again, Incinerate, Poison, Hazard Shift, not a problem. He's not stun immune, so I can parry him to get rid of his power charge. I am going to throw even though he gets the Indestructible, when I get to 1 bar of power, I'm still going to, once I have my degen up, if I get to another bar of power, because the degen reduces ability accuracy, you can see the feats of invulnerability, like after 1 bar, did not show up. That's just why Kingpin is awesome. So Kingpin takes care of Dragon Man, no problem. Next up is Strife, which again, hazard shift, and we're going to go in with Kingpin. Really not a problem. Just have to keep track if Strife does throw a special. And I don't usually go in with too many combos on Strife. I try to take it pretty slow, just in case he gets his invisibility or his cloak. So there, just wait out the cloak there and then go back in. And again, Kingpin just completely decimating these champions on hazard shift. And down goes Strife. Next, we have a Magneto. Now, normally I just take this one with on Power Snack, Backup Recovery. I take this one with Magneto all the time, but you can see I threw on the Petrification Ray from Mr. Fantastic, which, as long as you keep up that Petrification Ray, Doom is guaranteed not to get his aura. I think if he has a slow or a petrification or petrify, he can't get his aura at all. And the aura is what's going to give you the shocks. It's when then he can Doom slap you. So this makes Doom really easy. The magnetism also typically shuts down the aura. So all I have to do here is build up to a special 3, and this fight is going to be over. I'm just building up my prowess with Magneto. Every time you charge your heavy, you double your prowess. You can get up to like 30-something prowess before adding in 1 for every heavy attack. So there we go. We're at like 40 prowess. Big special 3. Look at the bleeds. We got 32 bleeds and he melts. Awesome. Now, Mojo. Extremely annoying champion. But there's a new attack tactic. Okay, this is Mixmaster. Now look, Mr. Fantastic is Defiance. Defiance are immune to buffs. If you don't get buffs, when you're fighting Ebony Maw or Mojo, it's they turn your buffs into degen. Okay? You don't want to get against Mojo, you don't want any buffs, because then again he's going to turn your buffs into degen. Here you can see I can evade. It's as if I turned off dexterity, but I don't have to adjust my masteries at all, and I can evade no problem. So I was thinking about, do I bring in someone like Spider-Man 2099? He's like the new great counter for like Mojo and Maw, because he has no buffs. He was banned. Doesn't matter. I can bring in, literally there's at least a handful now of extra champions there. Unfortunately, I did get clipped by his special 1. I had the invul boost on. But you can see here, really, I'm just reapplying my debuffs with Mr. Fantastic. There, I don't know what happened. I don't know why my special 2 didn't clip there, but doesn't really matter. I'm having a great time here against this Mojo. Really easy. Love the interaction with Defiance. Anytime you see now Mojos or Maws, if you bring this attack tactic in, if you have one of the champions that work with it, it makes it a lot easier. So it gives you a few more options to have like buff immune champions if you don't have Red Guardian or Spider-Man 2099 readily available. So really love the interaction here, or at least lack of interaction. No buffs, no degen, nice smooth sailing. Next, we've got we're taking Stealthy against Thing on Footloose Kinetic Transference. We're going to make sure that we've got Web Foam active to apply the slow. And again, we're going to go in with a full combo ending in a light attack to apply the slow. I did start with a Power Start 1, so I can easily get to the special 2 and get the extended slow timer. So there we go, reapply the slow, but now the slow lasts longer. So now I should have more than enough time to get in some specials, and I have 2 more. Now I have 1 more charge of slow that I can apply throughout the fight, so I'm just going to wait for this one to be almost down before I reapply it. Drop a special 1, and he's down to like 17%. I really don't need to worry about anything. He's got recoil also. Bait that heavy attack, and the fight is done. Love it. Clean fight. Let's hop over to Path 9, Section 2. It's Hazard Shift, One Eye Open, Killmonger. So I don't want to stun this guy. Any damage that I do to him when he's stunned will be reflected back onto me. So I'm just going to continue going in, spam some special ones, bait his specials. And yeah, I just want to make sure I don't hit into his block when he has the like counter punch charges. Here I'm just kind of waiting it out. I can bait heavies and specials all day when I'm not up against the wall. So I just try to keep my spacing, try to keep Killmonger as far as I can to the right side of the map. And yeah, spam those special ones. The degen puts in a ton of work. And again, another Hazard Shift fight, all done with Kingpin. We got Magneto. We used to fight Magneto bosses all the time with Kingpin. Magneto on a node where I can stun him on, even better. Really, there's no issues on this one whatsoever. I can parry, hit into him. It's just Hazard Shift, Shock, Bleed. Again, I'm even without the Hood or Joe Fixit synergy, Kingpin can purify more than enough debuffs on his own. And again, this node here, just if you wait too long between hitting them, they are going to get armor ups that can be removed if you hit into their block. But I'm really not worried about that at this point. Done. Next, we've got Modoc. This was for the main account, this was my one boss circle, well, the first boss circle fight here. We got Hazard Shift Modoc. We've taken this fight before with Kingpin. I did put on a regen boost, but I realized afterwards that if he throws his special one, he's just going to reverse my healing anyways. So, but that's okay. I do get clipped a little bit here. He wasn't as friendly as he's been in the past, but I do like it when you have the overcharge, then I can just throw that special one into his block because my specials will be unblockable. When I have Kingpin's overcharge, he gets the overcharge when you get to over 7 rage stacks that he keeps getting throughout the fight. So there you go. Every time he purifies a debuff, he gets another rage. And because it's Hazard Shift, I'm constantly getting debuffs, I'm constantly purifying them, and I'm constantly getting the overcharge, which is just giving me extra attack and unblockable specials, which is why Kingpin works so well on Hazard Shift. So even if we just have to hit into the block here, bait some specials, it's not a problem. It's just punch the potato in the face and we're good to go. Bait one more heavy attack and we're done. All right, back onto Path 5, Section 2. We've got a Nova here with Magneto. If you've been watching my wars in the past, you know that we've done this fight like 20 times already or more over the last couple seasons. It's a typical fight that we see here. Again, even though I'm not the greatest at repairing, I really suck at it. It doesn't matter. I'm good at baiting Nova's special one. At least in this fight, I know there's a Nova in the last chapter of the Cavalier event quest this week, and that one was giving me a hard time the other day. So this Nova, this is what I'm used to, right? Push him to a special one, he throws his special one, and I don't have to dance around about it. He throws heavy attacks. He doesn't throw these crazy double mediums at me too much. I don't know. I guess sometimes you're just really used to fighting someone with a character you're used to, as opposed to trying to bring in someone new. So, I don't know. Magneto is just is an awesome counter against Nova, and because this Magneto was sitting here, I didn't have him to use against that Nova in Cavalier EQ, and that's going to probably be who I end up using. Either that or Doom against him. All right, but. Again, we threw that big special 3. We've got our Furies, and we take him down. Next up, we've got Kitty Pryde, which again, we've started to see this fight over and over and over again. But we bring in Guillotine 2099. We have the 100-hit combo already. We get an intercept right, 2 intercepts right off the bat. So this Kitty is melting already, like 15 seconds in, almost 40% done. We don't want to get clipped by that special one. We want to just take it on the block, and we can attack back in, play it very safe with Kitty's special one. We also it's fine. We need to build up to a special 3 because I got a few more fights to do with Guillotine 2099 this war. Again, take it on the block, but I can counter it even if I take it on the block. Just need to get down to the 5% and drop a special 3. Wait till she actually pops up out of the ground. I've made that mistake before. And there we go. I think this whole war, potentially, I used very few items. Maybe 3 potions between 2 accounts, which was this is a very solid war. Very efficient. Now we have this man thing. On recovery, Safeguard. So Safeguard here, you can only do 1% damage. If I want to bank the special 3, I really have to hit him down to 1% before I throw the special 3. Now the start of this fight goes great, but he has unstoppable armor. So he has a timer that's going to give him an armor up every like 30 seconds or every 15 seconds. He's going to get an armor up. And every armor up has a 30% chance of triggering an unstoppable. The other thing is that this one here, when they have a regen buff, they are unblockable. And below 50%, every time he throws a special, he is going to get a regen. So he's going to be unblockable after every special below 50%. So here, I'm trying to push to a special 2, but he throws that special 1, and my timing on his special 1, I have not fought Man-Thing in the past. There he triggers an unstoppable. So I have to be careful, and now my mistake. What I should have done right there is I should have thrown a heavy, and I should have kept my combo shield up. Instead, I make the mistake, and now I'm stuck having to build my combo up again. It's not that bad because you can only do maximum like 1% like damage per hit, but I was doing probably a ton of extra like red damage, which looked like it was bypassing it at the beginning. So it's fine. Problem is he's going to be getting those regens after every special. At least there I finally get back into the swing of things. There I was able to evade it, but I haven't gone with the evade and counter yet. The evade and counter, I used to be better at it. I guess I went through a stretch where I was fighting Man-Thing more often. But there at least I'm able to dex that special 1. Keep my eye on that timer so that when the armor up comes up, I don't attack into him when he's unstoppable. I get to my special 3, and here I seize at 4%, 3%, 2, 1. Now I throw the special 3. So bend but don't break on this fight. So I got clipped, lost my combo, but we recover, and we get through it. Next, we have Weapon X for like the 3rd war in a row, this time on Stunning Reflection and Polka Dot Power Stun Vulnerability. So we've got the guidance boost for an extra 15%. We finished that previous fight with 100. Now, I can block and bait his heavy right at the start. Even though he has the unstoppable on the heavy, you just wait till the end of it. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try, and when he throws that special and he gets his charges, now he's got the unblockable, but he's aggressive. And I'm going to try and take advantage of that as best I can to counter him. So I'm going to back off, get the intercept. Because I'm just using his aggressiveness against him, I can counter his special 1. Now his timer's on cooldown, so he's going to literally get nothing in this spot. My degen, starting with the 100 combo, is more than enough to outpace his regen, and we take him out. Love that fight. Really clean intercepts. Very happy with it. This fight here, we've got the Penny Parker on Brute Force, Limber, Hard Knock Life, but Penny's magnet, she's a hashtag metal champion. We got the magnetism. All we were looking for is, can we build up to a special 3? We really don't want her to throw special 1s. If she throws a special 2, I'm just going to keep hitting those parry heavies as long as Penny will let me. Now there's Brute Force, so I'm consistently here like just doing parry little 1-hit combos if I can't get in a heavy, just so that I don't take the degen damage from Brute Force, which is you have to get a hit in every like 6 seconds. And now here I'm just going to take that special 2 on the block and then go in and get another quick hit in right afterwards, again to avoid the Brute Force damage. Now that I've got 3 bars of power, I'm going to quickly double my prowess to 20, throw a big special, and watch the bleeds ticker away. Again, take that special 2 on the block, and she drops. Perfect. Last fight, we've got an America Chavez boss. We put on the pre-fights from Mr. Fantastic. We've got the guidance boost from a white Magneto. And we're going in with a 6-star rank 3. Maybe it's only like a Sig 40 Void, but more than enough to put some massive damage on America Chavez. Now again, I haven't done this fight in a little while. The key bit on America Chavez is that if you let her throw too many heavy attacks in a row, then she's going to start getting her like she has 3 modes, and the first one just mitigates power. The second one, if she is going to have damage reflected back. So that's the key part. You either want, and when she throws her special, you either want to intercept it right after the first part or after the third part. You don't want to counter it after the second, or you're going to trigger that damage reflect. The other thing is if you let her get more than I think it's like more than 2 or 3 of the same, like if she just keeps doing heavy over and over and over again, she will start to trigger the other ones. Here I kind of get stuck in the corner. Luckily we build up to a bar of power, and we're able to use that to help us get away. We just want to let America Chavez throw special 1s. We do not want her to throw a special 2, and Void is just going to melt her down the entire time. Again, hitting into the block is nice because her charges are on like a timer. So as long as you can kind of wait out the timer so that when she throws her next heavy, she doesn't start triggering the second and third modes. And that's what you want to avoid. I missed that timing on that special 1, but it doesn't matter. Solo is here. The streak is alive. 70-0. See you in the next one, guys. Bye.